Hey everybody, Chris here. I hope you're all doing well today. I decided to do an impromptu kind of whip and chat. It probably won't be too long. But I figured, as you all might know, well, first off, let me just say, sorry, I got to try to keep my hand out of the way. First, I want to welcome anybody who's new here. Thank you for joining me. I hope you like the video, and if you enjoy it, please do those YouTubey things. Like, subscribe, share, comment, etc. I really appreciate it. And to all my returning friends and True Blues, thank you for your continued love, support, kindness, and friendship. It means everything to me. So, with that out of the way, I just want to let you know. Sorry, I try to keep my hand out of the way, but I kind of, as I said, this is kind of an impromptu whip and chat. And so I just decided to do it a couple minutes ago, and my floor stand stiffy thing. Well, he's up in the bed in the craft room, or the diamond painting room, as I say, even though I really don't diamond paint in there. And I'm in my kitchen, so it's different floors and everything, and I'm way too lazy to just go get it or do it up there. So I had to gerrymander this. My iPad is currently being held up by my iPad stand and a piece of cooking twine string, that you truss up chickens with. So I have my iPad all trussed up to the stand so I can get an angle and it hopefully doesn't fall over. And so, warning, it's possible you might fall over. Anyways, with that said, thanks for joining me. I figured I'd probably, a couple things I wanted to talk about, or just, why not? I'm in an okay mood today, so, oh, there goes my cat now. She thinks she's getting fed. Oh, it's too early. So I just wanted to, just talk about a couple things. Probably nothing heavy today. I'm going to bite my tongue super hard as not to do that. Because that's always my instinct. But, just regular channel stuff, diamond painting stuff, and stuff like that. And also it's a good idea to do one because I'm hosting an event with Stacy and Brandy this month. Again, it's February 24th. There's only a handful of days left of the month, and we're doing the Retro Cult Classic event, and I thought it'd be nice just to do a little whip and chat and talk about it a little bit. So that's what I'm going to start out with, talking about the event. It's going really nicely. We're really happy. Stacy really got lots of sponsors for us. I'm so glad this is her first event, and she certainly says she seems to enjoy it, and so I'm happy about that. Brandy's been great too. So, yeah, it's really great. Really love looking at the images and the works in progress people have going on. So thrilled with it. I won't have another event, I don't think, until June, which is Pride Month, with Angie. Yeah, I don't think so. So I'm kind of, which is, as far as hosting, I mean. So that's, I don't mind hosting it. I think that's fun. But also it's like, I hate getting trapped in certain, paintings that whenever I diamond paint, I have to feel like in the mood to do it. So, when you have an event to do, whether you're hosting or you're participating, it's like, oh, you have to do this sort of one, and do I feel like doing it, this, that, and the other, Sometimes it's fine, sometimes it's a little bit of a struggle, especially if, you're not feeling, you start it and you're not just, enjoying it. It's like, well, you still got to get through it, right? I should tell you what I'm working on, by the way, right now. So I finished my canvas for the event, for Retro Classic. I did the Captain. It's by Tony Sanchez, I believe. It came out great. It was lots of color blocking, lots of ABs in that one. And it came out really nice. So I have time left, so I decided I haven't worked on a crystal canvas art in a while, so I pulled one out. And so I'm doing these tulips in a field, and again, love working with crystals. I haven't, like I said, I haven't done one in a while. I have worked, of course, with um, things like bubble rounds and everything, but that's different from doing a full crystal one. And so things are coming along very nicely with this. The colors are really pretty. You know, the purples and of course the oranges and reds. Beautiful combination. So that's currently what I'm working on since I have, you know, I finished my event one. I will be working next month in Mermaids and Magic from Randy and Shay. I have selected 2 unicorn bubble rounds, and I think that's probably it because I think I looked through the events and I don't think I found any other ones for the month that I'll be working in or participating in, I should say. I think. So those will be for that. I don't know what else I'll be doing next month. I will say, you know, this month I not only did Retro Cult Classic, but I also participated in, oh, what was it? Names escaping. Bad memory. Because how can you not remember? I did the Sensibly by Design event because my beautiful, wonderful friend Keisha, she was co-hosting, and it's like a snack size event. So it's to work on your little like 30 by 40s or 40 by 40s and under kind of stuff. And so I think I did 4 or 5 of them this month. I want to say 4, but I could have been 5. So it was nice to get a couple smaller kits out of the way. That I hadn't worked on in a while. And what was the other one? I can't believe I can't remember. Oh, of course, Black History Month with Blunts and Gems, Samantha. That's it, yes. So, funny enough, with that canvas that I did, it's one of those, I don't know if you've seen, you know, by the way, I haven't done a finished video in months. I'm going to have to really, well, there went my multiplacer. It broke on me, guys. What was I saying? Finish video. Where did I put that thing? I have a little thing of my multi-placers and tips and all that. I don't know where I put it. I just had it the other day. Yep, there it is. I knew it. Of course, it has to be all the way in the most inconvenient space for me to try to reach it right now. Why did I put this back there? I don't know. Oh, dumb. Okay. As I was saying. So this is, I guess, a little demonstration for when you break your multiplacer. It happens a lot with me because not only am I a hard presser, I like to use these the like opaque thin multiplacers that you get in kits. I don't like the metal ones at all. I tried it. I just can't get used to it. And I don't like those like fatter ones either. Not good either. Horrible, horrible. So I love these, but they do tend to break after a while. And not only that, is certainly when you use like with squares and everything, they get all indented into the square shape. So and if you look, I have this little, I have lots more, but to keep around me right now, I have this little thing filled with the tips from pens. Again, when I get the kits, I just take the tops out and save them because I like these, again, much better than the metal ones. I don't really care for the metal ones. So, what you do. Oh, well, I did it already. I was too busy to see. I was too busy talking, and you didn't even. I didn't even probably. I don't know if you've seen it or done it. But when you have that little other end cord in there, I just take my murder tweezer and I just pry it out with it. Now, sometimes it's easy because they don't go. See, this is too loose. It's popping right out. So I just put some tape on it, and it'll stay in there good. So I put some Scotch tape. It's a little too much. Okay, so I just take a little tape like that. Then I put it around the part that goes inside, just like that. Just put it completely around it, and I just shove it in there. So that makes it a little thicker, and it won't come out really when I'm doing it. And that way, when it does break, because it's looser in this pen a little bit, they tend to come out okay. You know, just dig carefully. Don't point this at your fingers or anything if you do this. You know, push up like that. Don't be holding it like this and do it, because you'll stab yourself. So never do, if you do this, always make sure that the murder part is pointing away from any physical part of your body. Anyways, I'm just going to put some of this putty in, which I will talk about at a later date. Oh, excuse me 1 second. Well, I'm back. Wouldn't you know it, that phone has not rang but once this week, because my dad has an appointment later today to confirm a doctor's appointment. That was 2 days ago. Other than that, it has not rang at all. When does it decide to ring? When I'm filming stuff. Every time. Not every time, but so many times that has happened. I can't believe it. So anyways, I was talking about my multiplacer and all that kind of stuff. So I will say I'm using putty for the very first time. That's something exciting. I'm not going to talk about it right now, but I will say that I'm really loving it. I only use it in my multiplacer. I don't use it in a single placer. Single placer, I'm sorry, will always be for my glue dots. Love the glue dots. But the putty's really working pretty well with the multiplacer. Now, I will say that I'm still brand new to it. I don't want to go more in that, because, when I actually talk about it more on another video another time, I'll get more in detail. But I really enjoy it for my multiplacer. Let's just say that. But beforehand, I only really liked the pink wax. I tried so many different things, but it just never worked. But this seems to be working great. All right, moving on. So I was talking about 3 subjects ago. The events, and so I worked on, for Black History Month, for Sam's event, this painting that I actually worked on last year, although I barely worked on it. It's a painting of, 4 black women, and, there were sayings on the top and bottom, and the thing that happened was why I didn't do it last year, because I started it last February 2022 for Black History Month, but I didn't finish it because on the top part where there were words, it was fine. It was block words, and I could do those easily. But on the bottom, bottom part, there were more words, but they used script. Now, and the size of it and everything, it was just too difficult. I didn't feel like it at the time, and I didn't feel like it when I was doing it this year to fix it. It was just too much. I actually asked people last year, I think, what should I do? Should I just do it as charted, or should I try to fix it? And, some people said, and I got both responses. So I decided, on the top one word, I'm going to use, I'm going to try to fix it. And on the bottom, I'm going to keep it the same as it's charted. Both did not look right. So what did I do? I cut it. That's certainly right. I did. I don't mind trimming an eye painting if it needs to be, and I trimmed that sucker. because on the top of the painting and the bottom of the painting, there were just, it was just a, like a kind of a single color, you know, backgroundy kind of thing. Well, I didn't need to do that. Plus, I didn't need to do those bottom words. So what I did was I kept the top words and I cut all that excess color above those words. I don't have it right here to show you, but and then on the bottom, I cut all those words off completely. So it's a smaller dime painting, you know, than it originally started out with, and it looks fine and great. I don't have minded at all. So that's what I was doing. And again, for the snack painting event with Keisha, I'm gonna call it Snack Attack. Is that what it's called? I don't even know. I just do it. I don't pay attention to details. But I did, like I said, I did about 4 of them or 5. Those were fun. I don't remember if I cut anything off on those. Actually, I did. I did cut off on one of those too. But I can't describe it here. It's too complicated. So, what else? I thought there was one thing I wanted to touch on, but I don't remember what it is. See, this is what happens to me. I know what I want to talk about before I start, and even if I write bullet points down, I forget the specifics. So yeah, the retro thing is really fun. We were doing. Stacy came up with this great idea of a photo contest kind of thing, just to post old photos of yourself. And so that, to me, honestly, is the funnest, or the best, whatever the word you want to use is. Part is seeing all the pictures of everybody when they were, you know, a kid, a baby, a teenager, all that kind of stuff. I love seeing that. We just did a live the other night. It was like almost 3 hours. Neither Stacy or I are really, well, certainly not me, but Stacy does do 2 generally a lot of times with Rose, but we're not, you know, generally that keen on staying on for a long time, especially if it's just us, because, you know, neither of us are good at carrying the show kind of thing. But it was really great because we started out with our friend Hannah. She was on, and then Brandy joined us, but, you know, personal issues. She had to leave a little while after that, and I hope everything's okay, Brandy. I love you to death. I hope everything's fine with you. And then, so we continued with Hannah, and then Rose came on, and, we, you know, talked about other stuff, and yeah, so the conversation was just great, especially when it was, you know, between all of us, and then, you know, Hannah and Rose got to talking between them, and it was really, really great. You know, art, conversation about art and the art world, personal conversation about, you know, mental health stuff, and all, you know, it was a really great, wonderful live. I really enjoy it. So if you wanted to see the replay, go on Stacy's channel. It was, well, I don't know if you can find it by dates, but it was on the 22nd of February. Today's the 24th, so that was great. And so I just wanted to thank, officially, in my own area, all the participants who have joined the event. Truly appreciate you. Thank you so much for, you know, deciding to either buy something for the event or just using something from your stash, being like, oh, finally I get to do this. You know, that's what's great about events, is that, you know, it kind of like makes you bring out something that you might have, and you're like, I've been waiting forever to do this, now I have an excuse, you know. So thank you all our participants, and of course thank you to all the sponsors. I'm not going to name them all, they know who they are, and Stacey's done that enough, and it's really truly been so appreciative on all of our parts. We're very grateful for it. What else do I want to talk about? Oh, yes, recent buys. So, You know, here's the thing. Here's what happened was, I am not. I always say, I have like no money, so when I buy stuff, it has to be for like I have to really, really love it. It has to be a deal. There has to be X, Y, and Z involved. I just can't go out and buy something just for, because I like it and I want it. It really is that way. And I'm sure you might be wondering, well, I unbox so much on the channel, but the thing is, a lot of the January I basically dedicated to, and going into even February of this year, January and February on my channel, of just showing premium kits from companies, but those are kits that I've had for like some of them a year. I've just been holding off on them, showing the unboxing of them. So it was accumulated. So you throw in Christmas, I can throw in, like I always say, I throw stuff I get for Christmas, I throw gifts from people, I throw, gift cards and points and all this other stuff. That's how I'm able to get them. And the other stuff, the budget stuff, is just PR stuff. So that's why there's so much unboxing on my channel, basically, because all that budget stuff is PR stuff. So, what track was I going on? Oh, that's why, this week I kind of went on a little shopping spree with Dreamer Designs. I'm not going to go into the specifics. I do in the video when you see it in a couple weeks time, where I talk about it. But again, the combination of gift card points and stuff is, how I was able to get the things I got, and I love them so much. Oh my god, guys. And they're so big, especially the one I got is like gigantic. And no, it's not the landscape thing that's like 180 centimeters. I did not get that. There's no way. First off, I wouldn't get that even in a round. That 180 centimeters is way too big. Even in rounds, there's no way in hell I'd be getting that in a square. And so they came out with 2 of those. The second one I think was a lot better than the first one, in my opinion. Or I certainly liked it a lot better. But nope, never getting something that big. But one of them I got was really big, and I'm really, really loving it. I don't know, for some reason, it's funny, it seems like some of us are like, have gone on like really strict no buys, and some of us are kind of on shopping sprees. Again, there was something else I thought I wanted to talk about, talking about the recent buys, but I don't remember the point is why I wanted to talk about it. Hence why I don't do WIP and chats. I'm just a mess with this. But yeah, I really loved what I got, and I can't wait for you all to see it. I will be doing a stash video, by the way. Excuse me. I've mentioned that a couple times. That should be coming out at the end of March. I originally had put up a specific date, but that might be just a little bit later now. But it definitely will be by the end of March. Again, if you're interested, you watch. I'd love to see you. Tell me what you like, what you don't like. Again, remember, and I'll put that in the video itself, I haven't bought every single thing in my stash, so it's not that I'm just, not that it matters. Anyways, I don't want to get into that. But that video is going to be long because I've been compiling clips of that since this last summer. So it's been like well over 6 months since I've been I recorded. And I've had to cut lots because I've, what I did was I recorded it, but then since then, of course, I've worked on projects. So I was like, oh, okay, well, I worked on that, so I don't want to put that in, leave that as part of the stash video. I mean, I just could have, and just been like, well, some of this stuff is done, some of it's not. Yes, Astrid, I hear you. But I decided to like try to take all the stuff that I worked on since I recorded it out. So so I'll have lots of little clips now to clip all together. Plus, you know, all the added stuff that I've got since then, etc., etc., etc. Things I decided to put in, like a giveaway kind of pile, that I've kind of gone back and forth with. Okay, do I want this? Do I not want it? Okay, I'll add it. You know, all that kind of stuff. So it's going to be really long. And then I want to do, after that, I'm going to just do a little tour of my diamond painting room. That won't be nearly as long, and so that's basically just be what the room looks like, how things are set up, and basically how everything is kind of stored. How I store my diamond paintings and the drills, and you know, you can see all the stuff that I have on the walls in that room. You know, that kind of thing. So I haven't done a lot of budget stuff lately because, again, with the Chinese or Lunar New Year kind of thing, that kind of, you know, they're kind of closed for a little bit, but then also that kind of came in the same time with our holidays, and what's the word? Me wanting to get, that's right, me wanting to put all the premium kits that I had been saving for all those months. I wanted to get them actually unboxed officially on the channel before, you know, including them all in the stash video, and, you know, people seeing things that I didn't actually unbox. Yeah, you had seen that technically, so that's why I wanted to kind of get all that out there. And so that's why I dedicated basically January and some into February as that thing, as the premium kit months. And so I actually had some budget stuff that had come in, you know, probably before, well, probably, now I'm stuttering. I had some of the budget company stuff, a couple of them, come in before the Lunar New Year. And so what I did was, I like to, you know, have some finishes for you in the unboxing when I, you know, do with my special drills. So that's what I did. So I recorded it, and then I would work on some of the canvases, and then add that clip, and then hold it off from showing it until everything else that I wanted to get out was done. And so it had been a while. And since they were off, it didn't matter, and all that kind of stuff. So now I'm starting to get them out. You probably would have seen a couple of them by now. There is not a lot of new stuff that they have out there. So, and I don't want to really get regular kits anymore. I've kind of gone back and forth from wanting to first obviously show that they, you know, not only can you get large canvases from the premium companies, but they have large canvases at the budgets as well. So for a while I was getting a lot of large ones to show everybody, see, you know, you can get them here, and they look pretty good. Then I went to the special drills, because of course, you know, I love my specials and bubbles. And then back and forth, mix and match, you know, that kind of thing, off canvas stuff. I have like too many of, you know, regular drills now. I have plenty of large ones. I have plenty of, you know, budget ones and premium ones. So it's like, I don't need any more budget regular drills. Unless it's something I just absolutely love, which I did order, or I did play. One is coming soon, um, for a special reason. So unless it's something I absolutely love or have a reason for, I really just want to stick to the special projects and the special drills and the bubble rounds and all that stuff. But they really haven't had that many of great new ones lately. And believe me, I scour those sites whenever I get a chance. You know, I just haven't been found much I loved besides like one or two. So I kind of really have not even responded to emails from them. You know, saying, okay, I found some stuff I want to show. You know, so hopefully they get some more great stuff soon. What did I write? I wrote something down and I don't understand what I wrote. Oh. Oops. I don't know. Anyways, must not have been important. Well, not much is going on in my personal life, you know, usual. It's always quiet. My cat's old and meowing all the time and wanting to eat, you know, like every 2 hours. I can't wait to get another dog. I really can't. I hope I get one this spring. Well, 2, because, you know, I want, you know, little dogs, and I think little dogs need a companion, so I want 2. I want Pomeranians, but I don't know if I'll be able to find them. They're kind of harder to find around here, and when you do, a little bit expensive, so we'll see about that. I don't know. Oops. Went a little off skew there. I don't know what else to tell you all. This what season, if you want to call it, this winter season has been so nice. I'm so glad. We're almost in March, and it has not been cold, meaning like in the single digits, and it hasn't not had a real significant snow. There were a couple times maybe it went in the single digits, or a couple times it went into the tens or teens, over this handful maybe. But for the most part, we've been sitting in lowest usually in the 20s, but generally in the 30s and 40s. And whatever kind of snow came, you know, it was basically just a dusting, or just, you know, like an inch, maybe less. Been really great. I hope this stays that way. I'm not a fan of this anymore, of the cold and the snow. When the winter first started, because again, we're going from beautiful fall weather. Fall is weather-wise the best season in my opinion, certainly for me. Then we get to the colder ones, and it gets dark. You know, not only early, but it just, a lot of times winter, it just feels dark and dank, and it just is miserable. Really bad seasonal depression comes on. But luckily that happened in like December, maybe in a little November-ish, but probably more in December. But because again, it's been such a mild winter, and it hasn't been as dank as it usually can be, the seasonal depression luckily has not been that bad. So that's a good thing. And yeah, so it'll be spring soon. Time for getting ready to plant gardens probably, and do all that outside stuff, which I don't love to do anymore. Just like even the winter, you know, I used to love the winter too as a kid or younger person, but now it's certainly not driving in it, but just shoveling. I'm too old for that stuff, you know. anyways, it's just been a really nice season thing. So I'm basically finished with this section. I kind of finished with whatever I wanted to talk about. I thought it was going to be a lot more interesting than it turned out to be, but that always happens in my head. I always have the big old plans. I think it's going to be just a fabulous talk, and when I get on here, it's like Charlie Brown, noise with the adults. Wah, 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 that's what I feel like I'm doing. Anyways, I'm finished with this section. It is looking great. Love crystal kits. This was a buy that I bought some time ago. Because now I honestly, not because I don't like it, but I just wouldn't have bought this now. Because generally I would keep my buying to stained glass. But I think I got this because purple. Love the purple. Purple flowers. Purple's my favorite color. And again, the reds and oranges and crystal and yellows. Beautiful. So this is coming out really great. I haven't bought from Crystal Canvas in a long time. Crystal Canvas art. And there's so many of those stained glass ones I want. Let me tell you. So this is the canvas. We have our tulips, the purple tulips, and the beautiful sky in the background of the sun. Oh, let me cut this part off. Take this off. Here we go. And here we have it. Isn't that pretty, guys? Okay, thanks so much for joining me and listening to me Babylon. I hope you all have a good day. Thanks everybody who participated or just supported the retro event, the sponsors, just supporting from the sidelines, being a friend, who are cheering us on. Thank you so much. Truly appreciate it. Thank you to Stacy and Brandy as well. You two great ladies. Had a lovely event hosting with you. Thank you so much. And to you all viewers, thank you so much for staying with me and for giving me the support and encouragement and all that good stuff. I truly, truly appreciate it more than you never know. And I guess until next time, everybody, please, everybody, be safe, be happy, stay safe, stay happy, and see you next time. Bye, guys.